That sick feeling in your gut when you look at your life. That's not just a feeling, it's a warning. It's the proof that the man in the mirror is a stranger. A ghost you've been living with. A coward built from compromises you never wanted to make. He's the one who bites his tongue when you should speak your truth. He's the one who chooses the safe, miserable path every single time. He is the voice that whispers when you're alone at night. Is this it? That version of you is not your destiny. It is your prison. And today, we don't pick the lock. We dynamite the walls. This is not another video with easy tips. This is mental warfare. I am giving you 3 laws, not suggestions. Laws carved in iron. They will dismantle your weaker self and forge a new identity from the wreckage. If you are ready to stop being a product of your past and start becoming the architect of your future, stay with me. The old you has an expiration date. It's today. The cage of your old self. Before you tear something down, you must see it. Your old self isn't you. It's armor you put on so long ago, you forgot it isn't your skin. This self is a master of comfort. It prefers the certainty of misery to the uncertainty of growth. Why? Because growth is pain. Growth requires sacrifice, and your old self is a coward. It operates on a simple, pathetic loop: fear and comfort. Fear of failure so you don't start. Fear of judgment so you're never authentic. Fear of success, because what if you can't handle the pressure? So you retreat into procrastination, into excuses, into blaming the world. This self is the traitorous voice in your head. Don't try, you'll only fail. It's the lead weight in your gut that chains you to a dead-end job because it's stable. It is the architect of a small, suffocating life. Your past failures have wired your brain for survival, not for victory. So this self avoids hardship. It seeks shortcuts, life hacks, the path of least resistance. It doesn't understand that strength is forged only in resistance. This is the prison. Comfortable, familiar, and it is suffocating your potential. You have to look at this self you've carried and see it for the parasite it is. You have to despise the cage before you can smash your way out. That brings us to the first law. Law 1, the Law of Annihilation. The first law is the most violent and the most necessary. You must destroy the ships. There is no rebirth without a death. There is no new you until the old one is gone. In 1519, the commander Cortez landed his men on hostile shores in Mexico. Facing an overwhelming enemy force, he gave a single, ruthless order: burn the ships. By destroying their only means of escape, he eliminated the very idea of retreat. It was victory or death, with no safety net. Their commitment became absolute. Their will became unbreakable. This is the mindset. Your old habits, your escape routes, your just-in-case plans, these are your ships. They are the back doors that whisper, you can always go back. As long as those ships are in the harbor, your commitment is a lie. Modern man fails this principle constantly. He wants to get fit, but his pantry is full of poison. He wants to escape his job, but he spends his nights scrolling instead of building. He wants to end a toxic relationship, but he keeps answering the phone. He says he wants to change, but his actions prove he wants the comfort of the escape route more. This hesitation is a guarantee of failure. To apply this law, you perform a ruthless audit. Take a piece of paper. On the left, write the unbreakable self. On the right, the old self. Under the unbreakable self, define the identity you will forge. Who is this person? What does he do? How does he think? Be specific. Wakes at 5 a.m. Speaks with conviction. Finishes what he starts. Now, the brutal part. Under the old self, list your ships. Be honest. Your environment. The game console that steals your time. The messy desk that breeds a messy mind. Your inputs. The social media that fuels doubt. The news that generates anxiety. The mindless entertainment that numbs you. Your people. The friends who only complain. The family who reminds you of your failures. The partner who undermines your ambition. Your habits. The snooze button. The nightly binge watch. The negative self-talk. This is your hit list. These are your ships. Now, you burn them. This is not gradual. It is a series of decisive cuts. Uninstall the apps. Throw out the junk food. Have the hard conversations. Create a vacuum. The act of destruction creates the space for creation. It is a declaration of war. You say, I can't just cut people out. I can't just quit my job. That is the voice of fear dressed as logic. This law is not about being reckless. It's about being decisive. You don't burn a bridge by jumping off it. You burn it after you cross. If you can't cut a person out, you cut out the dynamic. You set boundaries. You refuse to participate in weakness. If you can't quit your job today, you make it a funding source for your escape. Make your intention irreversible through action. Annihilate the path of retreat. That is the first law. Before you move on, I want you to seal this decision in action. Go to the comments right now and write, I burned my ships. Not tomorrow. Not later. Now. This is your proof of commitment. The first act of the new identity you're building. The old self hesitates. The new self executes. Then come back. Because the second law will show you how to build what you just cleared to ashes. Law 2, the law of creation. You have created a void. Nature abhors it. If you don't consciously decide what to build, old patterns will return. This is the second law. You must architect and rehearse your future self. Modern science has a name for this: neuroplasticity. The fact is, your brain is not fixed. It rewires itself based on your thoughts and actions. Your identity is not who you are. It's who you are practicing being. The modern failure here is the New Year's resolution. A man decides to be healthy, but his self-concept is still that of an unhealthy person. Going to the gym is a punishment that goes against his nature. It never sticks. The change was external, not internal. Transformation is not about doing different things. It's about becoming a different person. To apply this law, you build the architect's blueprint. Your future self is a character. You are the method actor who will become him. This requires a script and rehearsal. First, the script. Go back to your unbreakable self list. Expand it. Build the persona. What is his core philosophy? I am disciplined. I am resilient. Write his one-sentence manifesto. How does he start his day? Describe the first 60 minutes. No phone. What is the first action? The first thought. How does he handle adversity? When chaos strikes, what is his automatic response? Does he complain? Or does he pause, breathe, and focus only on what he can control? How does he speak? Does he say, I think, maybe, I'll try? Or does he speak with power? I will, I am. What is his presence? Does he slouch, eyes on the floor, or walk with his shoulders back, head high? This is your blueprint. Know this character better than you know your old self. Second, the rehearsal. You bring this character to life through daily, deliberate action. This is not faking it till you make it. This is being it until you become it. Every action is a vote for the man you will become. Stack your habits. After your morning coffee, you immediately read one page of a book. Make it automatic. Visualize. 5 minutes every morning, 5 minutes every night. Feel yourself as this new person. The confidence, the discipline, the strength. Prepare your brain for the new reality. Script. In a journal, write from his perspective. I am the kind of person who, fill in the blank. I am the kind of person who thrives under pressure. I am the kind of person who honors his word to himself. This rewires your mind. You say, I've tried building habits. They never stick. You focused on the action, not the identity. Focus on becoming a runner, not on running a marathon. The identity must shift first. The habits will follow. This is how you build a new reality from the inside out. Law 3, the Law of Embodiment. You burned the ships. You designed the new self. But an idea is fragile. The final law makes it permanent. You must seek pressure and embrace the struggle. A sword is not made in a comfortable room. It is forged in fire and hammered into shape. It is quenched in cold water, a violent process that hardens the steel. Without pressure, it is useless metal. So are you. To make your new identity unbreakable, you must subject it to stress. The Stoics called this voluntary hardship. They intentionally slept on hard floors or wore thin clothing in the cold. This was not punishment. It was training. By choosing small, controlled hardships, they built the resilience to withstand the great, uncontrolled hardships of life. The modern failure is the man who achieves a little success and retreats into comfort. He loses 10 pounds and rewards himself with a week of binging. His new identity was never pressure tested. It was a fair weather identity. He never made discomfort his home. To apply this law, you must seek out the pressure test. First, embrace voluntary discomfort. Systematically do what your old self would run from. Take cold showers, a daily act of choosing the hard path. It trains your mind to command your body's panic. Fast, skip a meal. Teach your body that you are in control, not your impulses. Seek physical challenge. Sign up for a race. Do one more rep. Prove that your body is a tool to be commanded. Second, reframe your inner dialogue. When the old voice screams, talk over it. When your mind says, I can't, you respond, I am built for this. When you feel pain, you do not say, this hurts. You say, this is the feeling of growth. You must learn to love the struggle itself. Nietzsche had a name for it. Amor Fati, a love of one's fate. You don't just tolerate hardship. You welcome it as the very thing that is forging you. The final objection. This feels fake. Of course it does. You are installing new software on old hardware. Authenticity is not staying true to your old, limited self. True authenticity is aligning your actions with your highest aspirations. You do the thing, you get the power. You endure the feeling of fakeness until it is no longer fake. You embody the identity through pressure until the pressure feels like home. 3 laws to wage war on your weakness. Law 1, the Law of Annihilation. Burn the ships. Eliminate every escape route that anchors you to the man you no longer wish to be. Law 2, the Law of Creation. Architect and rehearse your future self. Define the unbreakable identity, then live it through daily, deliberate practice. Law 3, the Law of Embodiment. Seek pressure. A blade is not sharpened in comfort. Pressure tests your new self until it is a hardened, unbreakable reality. This is not a checklist. It is a new way of living. It is a declaration that you are the architect, the blacksmith. The fire is hot. The hammer is heavy. But the steel of your character will be unbreakable. The journey starts now. Your first act is a commitment. If you are ready to kill the old you and begin, go to the comments right now and write Day 0, double asterisk. This is your public declaration. This is you lighting the match. If this is the path you want, subscribe to this channel. This is not a place for motivational fluff. This is a training ground. The old you is waiting for you to click away, to forget, to fall back into comfortable sleep. Don't give it the satisfaction. Start the demolition. Your unbreakable self is waiting to be forged. Begin.